The first half of Euros is done and dusted. The action now shifts to the knockouts, and there's been plenty of drama. Fans getting into brawls, Serbia getting fined, managers being attacked, and big names like Kevin De Bruyne, Harry Kane being booed. No, I'm not saying the Euros have just been controversial or chaotic, but Germany has been the center stage of pretty strong emotions. Amid all this has been the rise of the underdogs. The build-up to Euros was about Cristiano Ronaldo's comeback, Kylian Mbappe's French ambition, Toni Kroos's perfect farewell, and of course, England and their hopes that it'll finally come home this time. But all of that has changed. The world is talking about sides like Austria, Georgia, Slovakia, Romania, not because of their fans, but because of their football. They humbled players like Mbappe, Ronaldo, Kevin De Bruyne, and Kane. Some of them even pocketed these stars. But why is this massive? These countries are still setting their foot in the world of football. Austria were put up in a group that had France, which are ranked second in the world, yet Austria managed to top that group. Slovakia and Romania outdid Belgium in Group E. England humbled by Slovenia. And of course, the stunner of them all, 74th ranked Georgia, stopping 6th ranked Portugal in its tracks. Countries that no one gave a chance to, that no one even looked at to do anything close to amazing, have outclassed big nations. The underdogs have punched the top dogs. That's been the narrative here, in keeping with that of the year. But let me drive this point home further. We look at talent vis-a-vis the population of a country like India in cricket. In a country of more than 1.4 billion, talent is immense, and so too the probability of the most talented being picked. So to put this into perspective, let's look at the population of all these countries who are matching up. Slovenia only has a population of close to 2 million, which is not even 5% of England. And if you can put it into perspective, the number of footballers in England might be the population of Slovenia. Georgia were up against a nation that has a population of 10 million. Not that big of a difference, but they were up against Ronaldo, who alone has an Instagram fan following of 634 million, more than 150 times to that of Georgia's population. Romania has the highest, 19 million, which is around the same population as the Indian city of Mumbai alone. It's not just team versus team here, it's the individuals that have set the stage on fire. Take Austria, for example. Sure, they lost to France in the group stage, but were still table toppers. Ralf Rangnick was on a roll with his team, and Marcel Sabitzer led them brilliantly on the field. Sabitzer plays for Dortmund in Bundesliga, whereas Mbappe has just joined Real Madrid. Just a month ago, the Austrian captain was on the brink of scripting history. Dortmund lost, in fact, in that final, but reaching the final itself was massive. And Sabitzer is taking that very same mentality to Austria. Maybe he couldn't give the perfect finish with Dortmund, but with Austria, he's on a mission. Next up, legendary Ronaldo. Of course, how can we miss him? Outdone, though, by George Mikatadze. No, not by his shirt being tugged in the penalty box, but through Mikatadze's brilliance. While the Portuguese has failed to score a single goal for his side, Mikatadze has, of course, scored in every match for Austria in the Euros so far. And most importantly, during the victory over Portugal that took Georgia to the round of 16. For England, the Slovenia result, of course, is still very fresh. Harry Kane, again under fire, went MIA, missing in action. He was done in by 25-year-old Xhaka Biol. The youngster blocked every attempt by the prolific Kane. Now, when we talk about Belgium, it's always top players like Lukaku, Trossard, and the biggest of them all, leader Kevin De Bruyne. But against Slovakia, even the Manchester City legend went missing. And who came on top? Slovakia forward Ivan Šranc, a player playing in the Czechia League, outdid Premier League's best midfielder. Rising from glory in the domestic leagues to bossing over the best in the international scene, something former England footballer David James predicted way before the Euros.
I think we've been spoiled in a way for many different reasons. When you look at the club European club finals, obviously Olympiacos in the Conference League, Atalanta, upsetting Bayer Leverkusen. We've kind of been spoiled a bit, and it's kind of like, what can this Euros bring for us? And we've got dark horses like 20 years ago when I played in the Euros for England. Greece turned up and no one expected it. So what am I looking for? Something that is going to surprise everyone, but in the most fantastic way. So the viewers and everyone who's following the Euros will turn around and say, I was there watching that Euros finals.
Looks like those words have come true. Anyone who saw Ronaldo, Mbappe, Kane and other stars getting plundered by these underdogs can say they saw something magical. All I can say is if Denmark, a side back in 1992 that stunned everyone and won the Euros, can do it, why can't something similar happen in this edition? On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Eric Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.